Hey everyone, welcome back to Craftoria. Last episode we got started into some mechanism and I got the crusher and the metallurgic infuser. Off camera I decided to play a little bit around with Laser IO from Direwolf there. So Laser IO, this stuff takes some planes and iron and some redstone and some quartz and some bits and pieces, nothing too over the top. And I set up a little basic system so that we can output any of the crushed, the biofuel from the crusher directly down to the generator. Currently out of stuff up there to run through it, but that's okay. We've still got the little dude back here burning some planks, still running our quarry. Now I did switch this over. I did originally switch it to being underneath, which is what I spoke about in the last episode. Accidentally left it as a clearing quarry straight off. I did swap it back to a normal quarry. So this is literally just turning it into dirt. That way I don't end up with a big hole in the ground that I have things spawn in. Yeah, so look, materials coming in. We're getting a few bits and pieces of ores. Look, we've got pretty much full 512 of copper, I believe that is there. A few diamonds, few this, few that. Yeah, so getting some materials. If we go down here, we will see. No, I don't think that's where it's digging, but if we go down here, you'll see where I accidentally let it dig a hole. So this is where it's currently mining. And if we look right on this edge here, that's where I accidentally had it digging through the floor. So, yeah, it's doing its thing. We're getting ores. It's working its way through here. I did dig a chasm somewhere and check in, trying to find where I was actually working. Come on, back out of here. But yes, we are quarrying away. I think it was down here. Maybe, I don't know. It's fine. It's doing its thing. We are mining up all the bits and pieces. So that being said, one of the comments was around using some of the new create stuff to store my items in, and I want to try and work towards that while still also continuing the mechanism path. So we've got mechanism ore processing that we just started getting into. Still plenty to do in that space. I have upgraded my my bunny slippers too. I can jump fairly high now, which is quite impressive. It's just had, I think, 2 level up. Went and fenced the area here where the dungeon thing used to be. Just put some fences around it, so it's all nice and ready for us once we start getting into some expansive bits and pieces like, I don't know, create and the like. So, first up, the last thing I said I was going to do from the thing was make an energized smelter. I think I've got most of what I need. I probably end up putting too much stuff away. Got some glass. Here's my steel. Needs some osmium. And I've got other bits and pieces. Okay, so let's make one of these. And then the energized smelter. Right, so that means that I can now use power instead. This is really not where I wanted to put that. Where is my wrench? I mean, it's cool. We do still need to smelt some copper and stuff up, but it's not exactly what I wanted to do. But I'll let it go because we already have 512, and I'm probably going to need copper at some point soon. Cool. So there's our energized smelter. Let me turn that off. Thanks. All right, so again, that was mechanism. That was us making an energized smelter. We'll get a random reward of some raw copper. Hey, bonus. Personal storage. I picked up a gold backpack in a loot drop or chest, something like that. It's what I'm currently wearing now, which is the other reason why there's 2 backpacks here. The one on my back right now, wherever it's hiding, it's here. this is a gold backpack, which I found. Happy days. So again, some bits and pieces in here. I'll just pop that away for now. I do carry some spare armor with me because fairly early on, we've still got basic stuff. All right, so smelter doing its thing. We're getting ingots. We're getting other bits. Nice. We made a copper upgrade here. We'll get an oak log, or some oak logs. And then under transportation, as I said, I did a little bit of laser IO stuff. So you need to make logic chips, which is from the raw logic chip. I showed these recipes just a few moments ago. Also, I think we're clear. The pack has had an update. Not a big update, but some of this looks a little bit different. Not a great deal different, just a touch different. Could just be me. Anyway, looking into this, a lot of this we're pretty good on. So as I said, I want to do a little bit of mechanism ore processing. That will be how we run through and get the most out of what we're doing. So I will need to make a few things here, but we will tick this. Read this chapter as a flowchart. Each tier starts with an ore block. Starting task. Input ore block final ingots for each tier. Okay. So it wants us ores at tier 1. Wants some iron, etc. So we're going to need to somehow get an ore. Does that mean I'm going to need silk touch? Because that could be difficult. Interesting. What's this one going to need? Pallet items for tier 2 ores. Okay. And then there's another one here. So we're going to need to get some silk touch somehow. What's my... Oh, did get some stuff there. Tin ingots. Copper. Emeralds don't go in there. Emeralds go in... What? Oh, maybe we can... Oh, you know where emeralds go? In there. Cool. Raw copper on me, of course. You know what? Have some more. Alright. So I need to somehow get silk touch. What do I have that has silk touch? It's the additions drill augment. Some slime balls. Gold. I mean, I could make a silk touch upgrade for my laser if I had slime balls. I don't think I've got any slime balls. I've got 6. I need 5. Nice. A bit of gold and golden apple and diamonds, redstone, lapis. I know I have this stuff. Yep. Golden apple and got one of them. Do I have any more glass panes? Yes. Can I make one of them? Current workstation does not support the recipe. What? Thanks. Not sure what was happening there. Alright, so there's a silk touch upgrade. We doing in here or where do I? Oh, it's here. Worry about me. Stop looking. Okay, so we now have silk touch. Let's sleep and then we will go and do a quick bit of mining to pick up some ore. You snore now. Awesome. That's what I've always wanted. Let's put string away and that's not where you go. You can go over there. You are that one. Why did my lapis go in there if I double clicked? Alright, let's see. I do want to build some stairs here actually. It'll come later. Let's find... Hello? Or just a little bit. We had a bit too much fun through here. Hello? Of course not. That one won't work. Because I already did a bit of mining through here. Tin. Oop, did it work? Ooh, it did. So we got all of them. Excellent. Yep, we now have Silk Touch. It's fantastic. Don't know how much I need Silk Touch right at this very second, but it's going to come in handy. Some of this stuff, let me just duck down here. Bauxite ore. My chumping is way too high. Cool. Let's just also duck over here. We'll grab... Good. Alright, let's slash home. Alright, so we've got the ore requirement we needed to trigger the quests. So let's get this one. We're going to get a reward. An advanced fluid tank. Don't mind if I do. An advanced chemical tank. Speed upgrade. And more stuff. 2 of them. Not a bad drop. I don't mind if I do. Cool. Excellent. So again, first things first, we need to make an energy smelter. Not sure why it didn't trigger. Obviously we've got this one here. So I just need to pick him up. Where'd you go? Hello. Thank you. And we'll pop him back down. Okay. Very good. So that's the Energize smelter. And again, it says about... Advanced bin. Ingots, tick, thanks. Getting some decent quest rewards here. Alright. Next thing is to make an enrichment chamber. I'm going to need a bunch more steel. Do I need a bunch more iron? Do I have... I've got 4. I'm actually going to run all of that through. I'm going to need 8 of them. And we are going to need to grab this guy and go you and you. And then give that a moment to process. So you can go in here. I mean, want an energy upgrade? Not that energy is a huge issue, but that'll save me a little. I'll probably pop a speed upgrade or 2 in here. Let's pop them both in there just for the moment. Cool. That. Don't need the bin on me at the moment. Better get some stone though. I'm going to do some mining with my mining gadget. Obviously I need to make sure my pocket generator is charging. Like so. Right, let me put, I don't know, put some stuff away. Some clay and put the tin ore in there. Right, you're done. Let's pop them back through. Shouldn't take very long at all. And then we will get what we need. What else do we need for this enriching? We're going to need 2 more basic control circuits. It's a very similar recipe than what we had. I'm going to need some more iron. Unfortunately, I can make an ingot out of that. And we can probably make an ingot out of that. Oh, crush up. Nope, can't put that in there. Darn it. You know what? Smell away. And you make me an ingot. Cool. You can have that. Good. Good. Some steel. Pop in there. Take the iron. Steel. Good. Gonna need a little bit more. Oh, what am I doing? I have done the energized smelter. I'm gonna need another one of them. I'm gonna need some more glass. Do I have more glass? Do I need to go and get some sand? Got one. None in there. Ugh. Don't mind if I do. In your own right. Cool. Ugh, stuck underwater. Hey. A bit of oxygen. Can I get out of here, please? Thank you. Nice. Okay. Jumpy, jumpy. Yoink! Okay, again, just pop this stuff away. Got some sand. Sure, let's just put 16 through. Oh, itchy nose. Gotta love it. What else did I need? Because I'm going for an enrichment chamber. One of them. Cool. So I just need two more control circuits, so that's a little bit of redstone and osmium. So 2 more of them. Running a little low on osmium. I've probably got some in here, but I will need to check into that. Then I'll need 4 of them and 2 of them. What we got? Lead. Is that lead? Oh, that's osmium. I wanna duplicate things. Then we'll work on automation. So one of these guys needs one of these guys, which means I need another osmium. Good. That guy, and then just need 4 redstone and 2 them. Good. Excellent. Enrichment chamber, and again, it's gonna need some power. Right, enrichment chamber. Tick. Elite mechanical pipe. It wants me to make some dust. You know what? Do we do it with a raw ore? Or do we do it with something else? Let's just grab this tin ore. And you do something with that. Apparently so. And then I should say, can you do something with... Is that iron in this one? Still trying to wrap my head around the actual image. We got some tin dust. If I pop a raw iron in here, it does not work. Okay. Raw iron, not a thing. So I've got some tin dust. That's going to claim a quest. Tick. And another advanced chemical tank. Now we want a crusher. Here's one I prepared earlier. If I pick that up, will that break this? Fortunately, that might be the risk I take. You can have that. Did I take my leather belt off? Did I have a leather belt on? No, I have a hunter belt. A leather belt. Not sure where it came from. I got a crusher. Why you not check? Crusher? Oh man. Is it because I got MBT data? Goodness me. I need to put it down and break it. How do I get it to reset its MBT? That is a question. I don't want to make another crusher. Although, probably not the end of the earth. I do have a sand. A little bit of squirrel today. Do I have a sand bucket? There we go, a sand bucket. Anything in the junk? Plenty in the junk. Love it. You do something with that. Alright, I'm going to need another crusher. And then a purifier, or purification chamber, which means I'm going to need another enrichment changer. Cool. And I'm going to need another crusher. Crusher. That guy, which means I'm going to need at least 2 more steel casings. I think this is the next step. This is down a bit further. Do you need a thing as well? No, you don't. Okay, so I need at least a little bit more iron. And what can I do with you? Can I... Purification should give me clumps. Enrichment should give me dust. If I put 3 in, I'll get 4. I get ya. Enrichment chamber. Take that. Tin dust. Let's move it on. 1 steel ingot. 1 steel ingot. 1 lot of steel. Again, let's make another crusher. Means I'm going to need more buckets of lava. I'm going to need some osmium. You. Crusher. So I need... I need to go and get the lava. Do I have buckets? 4 buckets. 2 with an app. Ooh. Sure. Oh. Advanced chemical tank. Advanced fluid tank. Oh, I should be able to go. Does that give me bucket mode? Okay, what's the key for bucket mode? Controls, keybinds, mechanism. Ooh, give me category of mechanism. What? Mechanism. Auto mode switch is N, apparently. Did that work? Yes, bucket mode is on. I need to eat something. We've got some lava here. We just try for that. Maybe we do. Rather than running down underground. Let's go this direction. Hey, look, a friend. Very nice. Cool, so we're heading this way. What is that? Hunter familiar. That's very cool. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to do anything. It will probably eat my face off. Another dude. What are you? Another one? Hey, never seen them before. Don't know if it's just been added in this update. Here is a puddle of lava. Sounds like a great place to get some lava. What am I at? 30? Let's go ham. $59. 64. Oh, and while we're here, so much me wants to grab that, but I just don't think I can. Sure, let's do this. And jump home. Okay, that should now be off bucket mode. Think up there, get a bit of extra light from it. Buckets. Crusher. We just need redstone. You know what, you can have that. Oh, stays in there. Okay, we have another crusher. Why? Why do you not trigger? Hello. Oh, it's just going to be a pain. Cool, let's just jump forward to the purification chamber. We're going to need another enrichment chamber. So. I'm sure you can, I don't know why I put them in there. Anyway. Alright, we're getting a little sidetracked. Got one of them. I need the more steel, like I said before, which means I needed the iron dust. Again, that's not triggering either, so I'll have to work out how we can trigger that quest because it really should have fired by now. Is it because I've got something else? Here's enrichment chamber, we'll claim that one. Something else here. Speed upgrade. Energy upgrade. And tier 5. Tick. Nothing on the ground. And another advanced chemical tank. We've got a few. That. Roll cup's full, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to need the osmium, but let's grab it for the moment. You do anything. It's fine. So let's make, as I said before, another enrichment chamber. So I'm going to need another one of these guys. So yes, I do need one more of them. Not that. Eight of them. 8 of them. Good. Not the button I want. That's the button I want. This annoys me now. This actually annoys me. Clumps. Clumps yeah. Oh, actually, maybe that's the problem. The colouring on this is a bit odd. It's fine. Tick. So I need to do an electrolytic separator as well, which needs iron and infused alloy. So infused alloy, which will be copper and redstone. Okay. Although enrichment. Ooh. I should be able to do this. Can. You sir need to do that. How much do you give me? Where'd that trigger? Somewhere. I don't know. Okay, so this will give me the ability to do. Here, can you on? More steel going. Oh, too much stuff. Too much stuff going. Cool. Did I just have steel before? What do I do with it? Oh, there. I put it in there. Just hadn't finished getting it. Cool. So if I put this in here, it gives me 80. Okay, so it's only going to cost me the, I guess, 2. And then a block of copper. Another crafting table. What I did. Really? I know where there's one. Stop looking. Found it. Cool. I just want to get this kind of done before we wrap up. I'll pop that in there. That should give me 9 and 9. Good. Let's do this. Done. Do I need to? Do I just need 1 for the moment? I should just do 1 for the moment, alright? Sure. Grab all this. I just need more control circuits. Enrich. Again, 1, even with a little bit of power to enrich, considering the power is free, is worth doing. Okay. That. Gonna need advanced. I'm gonna need a couple more. I need some more osmium. Cool. Inventory's full. Stop looking. Let me put those 2 in there. That should be 16. Really? Okay. Yeah, there's a bit more osmium. Yeah. Where was I? Where was I? 4 redstone. Good. Another one of them. And then I need a little bit more osmium. And then 2 of these guys. So I'm going to need at least 2, 4, 6, 8. Got 9. Perfect. Pop there for the moment. I just need 2 control circuits. Got excited there. With them. Oh, I got a bit of processing to do here. No, that, this, them, like that, and then this in the middle, and gives us a purification chamber. Excellent. Not triggering. Oh my gosh! Is this red? Red? Do I need to unlock this first? I may do, which is why this may not unlock. But that's okay. We can work on that. I'll make an electrolytic separator again. That won't take me that long. Bit of infused alloy. I've only got one. I have two. Let's try it. Separator. Want one of them. The iron, redstone, gold, iron dust. I've got iron dust. Can I have some gold dust? Cool. So, if I say I want this. Oh no, I need a bunch more infused alloy. That's okay. Okay. Everyone, I have too much junk. You know, just throw some stone on the ground. Put that in there. Cool. I'm going to wrap up here because we're getting a little deep into the weeds. I need to make a little bit more of this infused alloy, again, which is just some redstone and some osmium. So at least, another 5 or 6. So I'll make another block, whatever it is. Whatever this is, copper, my bad. I'm going to make a bit more of that. And I'll make this these last couple of items. So in between, I will make the separator, I guess, tick for the tank. And then, yeah, then this should unlock. And we'll continue on. I'll set this up somewhere that we can process our materials. I'd like it to be automatically and get the most out of it that we can. So we'll probably set up a bit of a system over here somewhere. It may even be very close. I may even just set it up here temporarily until we can get to something a little bit more in depth. I did want to try and get onto the whole create storage system, but we'll have to leave that for another episode at this point. So thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.